The Engelbert, you said Caitlin Clark should be grateful of the WNBA. What?
Did the WNBA commissioner really say Caitlin Clark should be grateful just to have a platform? At first, it sounds like a throwaway line. But the moment those words came out, the entire league shook. Because this wasn't just a slip-up. This was a full-blown reveal of how leadership really views the very stars carrying the WNBA right now. And thanks to Napheesa Collier, the mask is finally off.
Her response was, Caitlin should be grateful she makes $16 million off the court, because without the platform that the WNBA gives her, she wouldn't make anything. And in that same conversation, she told me, players should be on their knees thanking their lucky stars for the media rights deal that I got them. That's a mentality driving our league from the top. We go to battle every day to protect a shield that doesn't.
She went further than anyone before her, exposing comments, corruption, and an attitude that could end up tearing the league apart. But here's the real question. Is Caitlin Clark the one who owes the WNBA? Or is the WNBA barely holding together because of Caitlin Clark? Stick around, because what Collier revealed is more than a controversy. It's a potential turning point in basketball history. It all began with one jaw-dropping line. According to Napheesa Collier, Commissioner Cathy Engelbert looked her in the eye and said, Caitlin should be grateful she makes $16 million off the court, because without the platform that the WNBA gives her, she wouldn't make anything. Grateful? Think about that. A rookie who single-handedly shattered attendance records, spiked jersey sales into the stratosphere, and brought millions of new fans into arenas and onto TV screens. And the response from the league's top leader is that she should be on her knees thanking them? For many players, it wasn't just disrespectful, it was proof of a toxic mindset. The kind that sees players as disposable workers, not as the very foundation of the sport. Let's be real, Caitlin Clark isn't just another player. She's the engine behind the WNBA's biggest boom in history. Ratings? Record highs. Ticket sales? Sellouts across the country. Jerseys flying off the shelves. Social media? Engagement has exploded like never before. Every headline, every viral clip, every conversation pulling casual fans into the league right now has Caitlin's fingerprints all over it. And yet the commissioner flips the script, saying Clark needs the WNBA, as if Caitlin wasn't already a household name before she even stepped foot on a professional court. As if her endorsement deals didn't exist until the league swooped in to save her career. It's a take so backwards that fans immediately started asking, who really needs who here? Collier could have stopped at that one quote. She could have dropped the mic and walked away. But she didn't. She went all in. In her exit interview, she revealed Engelbert told players they should be on their knees thanking the league for media deals. On their knees? That one phrase hit like a slap. Because players don't just play. They sacrifice. They train year-round, they put their bodies on the line, and they constantly fight to earn respect in a world that still tries to minimize women's sports. And the league's leadership has the nerve to suggest that they should grovel for basic opportunities. Collier didn't sugarcoat it. She said straight up, we have the best players in the world. We have the best fans in the world. But right now, we have the worst leadership in the world. And you could feel the shockwaves ripple through the locker rooms the moment those words hit the press. But this story gets even darker. Because Collier wasn't just talking about disrespect. She blew the lid off one of the league's worst-kept secrets, officiating. For years, players have whispered about bad refs, inconsistent calls, dangerous levels of physical play, games spinning out of control. But Collier connected the dots in a way no one else dared to. She said those failures directly tied to her own season-ending injury. She called out how refs let games get so physical that bodies eventually break down. And when she asked Engelbert about it, the commissioner allegedly replied, only losers complain about the refs. Losers. That's what she thinks about players putting their health on the line, risking their careers, daring to demand fair officiating. But here's the twist. Caitlin Clark herself has been caught in those same brutal situations. Missed calls, rough play, injuries stacking up. And instead of action, the message is, stop complaining. Collier might have been the spark. But the fire spread instantly. Stephanie White, one of the most respected coaches in the game, stood by her. She said strong women need to speak out even if it costs them. and she knows the costs. She's already been fined for defending other coaches. Sophie Cunningham didn't hold back either. She called Engelbert the most delusional leader our league has ever seen, and she made the point fans already knew deep down. The only reason most people even know. Engelbert's name is because of Caitlin Clark. Then came Angel Reese, backing Collier with a simple but cutting line, 10 out of 10. No notes. And when Tyrese Halliburton, an NBA All-Star, chimed in too, you knew this wasn't staying inside the WNBA bubble anymore. This was mainstream. The backlash was massive. And suddenly, what looked like one player venting became something much bigger, a movement. And here's the thing. This isn't new. Collier's interview just ripped open a wound that's been festering for years. Remember Elena Del Dunn? A legend, one of the most respected players ever, who retired without so much as a personal acknowledgement from Engelbert. Coaches like Cheryl Reeve and Becky Hammon getting fined for defending their players. Even Caitlin herself slapped with penalties for the smallest remarks. It's a pattern. Speak up, you're punished. Ask for accountability, you're silenced. Get injured because the league won't control its refs? Tough luck. And fans, they're not blind. They see the favoritism, the cracks, the empty statements. They're starting to walk away. But what makes this different is that now players aren't standing alone. They're standing together. Lexi Hull backed Collier word for word. Sophie is openly defending Caitlin. Veterans like Del Dunn are exposing the coldness of leadership. And coaches are saying enough is enough. This isn't just noise anymore. It's a chorus. From every locker room, every angle, the same message is echoing. This leadership is broken. For the first time, the cracks are too big to hide. And here's where it gets truly dangerous for Engelbert. The CBA negotiations are coming. The most important talks in league history. If Engelbert sits at that table, the players already know what to expect. Empty promises, delayed action, fines for speaking out. And fans? They won't forgive another year of nothing. Some analysts are already saying it's simple. Remove Engelbert or risk losing the league itself. Because if Caitlin Clark ever decides she's done with the WNBA, if she walks to Unrivaled or another league, overnight millions of fans would follow her, and the WNBA's so-called platform would collapse like a house of cards. So here we are. Napheesa Collier risked everything to tell the truth. Players are uniting. Coaches are rebelling. Fans are louder than ever. And the commissioner? She's on the defensive, clinging to vague statements and hollow respect. The real question isn't whether Collier was right. The real question is, who truly holds the power now? Because if Engelbert thinks Caitlin Clark should be grateful for the WNBA, she might want to look in the mirror. Because the way things are going, it's the WNBA that should be grateful Caitlin Clark hasn't already walked away. Asterisk. The loudest voices right now aren't just coming from players, they're coming from the fans. And they're not holding back. From Twitter threads to TikTok breakdowns. Supporters are blasting the league for biting the hand that feeds it. Fans are posting side-by-side comparisons showing just how much Caitlin has given the WNBA in less than one season, versus how little the league has given back. One viral post said it best. Without Caitlin Clark, I wouldn't even know who the commissioner is. And now that I do, I wish I didn't. Arena after arena is packed because of her. Viewership records aren't just being broken, they're being shattered. And fans are saying what players won't. If Engelbert can't respect the very person who saved the league, then maybe she doesn't deserve her job. This isn't just backlash anymore. It's a fan uprising. If all of this feels familiar, that's because it is. History has shown us time and time again what happens when leadership underestimates the stars that carry a league. The NBA in the 1970s was floundering until Magic Johnson and Larry Bird transformed the game. Instead of stifling them, the NBA built its entire marketing machine around them. The result? Explosive growth. Women's tennis. It exploded when Billie Jean King fought for players to be respected, and when Serena Williams became the face of the sport. But when leagues ignore or mistreat their icons, the fallout is brutal. Look at how the WNBA has owned past stars, legends like Lisa Leslie. Cheryl Swoops and Maya Moore often complain that the league didn't know how to market them. That same mistake is happening again. Only this time with Caitlin Clark, the stakes are far higher. Because unlike those eras, today's fans have more options. And if the WNBA won't celebrate its stars, rival leagues like Unrivaled will. Here's the truth nobody in leadership wants to say out loud. This is about money. Always has been. The WNBA is pulling in record revenues, bigger TV deals, sold-out arenas, skyrocketing merch sales. But the players? They're still fighting for fair pay, still risking their health, and still being told to be grateful. Sponsors aren't blind to this either. They want Caitlin. They want Angel Reese. They want the rivalries, the drama, the storylines. They don't care about corporate spin. They care about stars who sell dot, and if Engelbert keeps insulting the very players driving those deals, how long before sponsors start questioning whether their money is safe in her hands?